I think one of the most important economic concepts is the idea of convergence. And convergence means that if you're a poor country, you obviously want to catch up to a rich country. Well, that process doesn't happen automatically. It happens when you have good public policy. I mean, decades ago, Hong Kong and Singapore were relatively poor. Well, then they had free market policies, and for decades they had very rapid growth, and they caught up with Western countries. Not only that, but they passed them. Now, I'm not so optimistic about Hong Kong anymore, given what's happening there. But Singapore continues to be a very positive success story, and the recommendations I make when I speak in different countries around the world is that you should look at the countries that are rich, and most importantly, look at the policies that they had when they were rich and copy those policies. Because, you know, and this is an important distinction. It might sound like I'm nitpicking, but let's take the example of Germany. Germany is a rich country by world standards, but when did it become rich? France is a rich country by world standards. When did it become rich? Well, countries in Western Europe became rich in the 1800s and early 1900s when the burden of government was very, very small. Now, once they became rich countries, and especially beginning in the 1960s, they adopted these big welfare states. Now they don't grow very fast anymore, but at least they became rich first and then adopted the welfare state second. So they might only have 1% growth now, but at least that's 1% growth from a high level. When I'm speaking in a country like Georgia, I tell them, if you want to copy France, go ahead, but copy France of 1875. Don't copy France of 2021, because France in 2021 has a tax code and a government spending burden and a regulatory apparatus that would keep Georgia from ever becoming a rich country. So I tell people all around the world, if you're going to copy a country today, copy Hong Kong, copy Singapore. Don't copy France or Germany, or don't even copy the United States, because we have too much government compared to what we had in the 1800s and early 1900s.